What happened? I do. I know. I turned her up a little bit. I turned her up a little bit, Jim. All right. The York brothers walking by. I swear to gosh, you can't tell the difference between the two. All right, first draw is going to go to Canandaigua, and they have the top draw in the country. They have the top country in Section 5 with what I call the Nation of Domination in Abby Harrod at the draw and the wings of Liv Shore and McKenna Davis. Now, McKenna Davis with it on the left side sits atop the top three in goals scored. She has 52 on the season, averages 4.36. And just like that, with 24-33, Canandaigua is on the board. Maddie, who got that? Because I was looking at. All right, so it was McKenna Davis, and that is going to be her 53rd. What did we see on that there?
Kenna just sat at the left side for a couple seconds. She waited for the offensive team, the white, to clear out, and she kind of faked her defender out right there, and she didn't even really have to pull a dodge off. She just let her defender sit on her elbow, and she made a quick move.
How much lacrosse did you watch over the weekend with the natties going on and everything that was happening?
I watched all the boys and the girls games.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It was tough to see Syracuse go down to Boston College, but Boston College, where McKenna Davis and Abby Harrod are both going to go to, and here is a draw for Abby Harrod. She's going to pick up number 142 on the season, leading in Section 5. Boston College was able to beat Syracuse by what, 10-6?
Yep.
As Davis comes down, she gets a little bit of contact. Now, one thing I've got to tell you, Maddie, we didn't have a chance to talk about it. How cool is it to go somewhere where they have the simultaneous call, where if you get fouled during the act of shooting, if the goal is good, then the goal stands and you move on. If the goal isn't good, then you enforce the foul. We've been asking for that for so long, and they finally brought it into the game, and here's another shot over on the left-hand side. No, takeaway, right? My bad.
Yep.
And then how did that change the game for you?
It only happens once in a while, honestly, just because I feel like that the college game is very much more aggressive, and the girls will pull it out when they know that they don't have a clear lane to go, because the dangerous shot call is definitely very big in college right now, especially during my season. So
Maddie Mamoon, Ursuline lacrosse, women's lacrosse player. Here's Fairport, and I'm setting the over-under on how long before I call Fairport Penfield at halftime. You can take the over, you can take the under, but I'm setting it at halftime. I made it through the whole JV game without doing it. Let's hope I can do it here. I always call Fairport Penfield or Penfield Fairport at least once. So I want to thank you for joining us on Chosen Spot Radio. Fairport has the ball, looking to tie this thing up. Abby Harrod comes through, can't pick it up. It's now going to be scooped up over there by Ava Pierce, older sister of Ella Pierce, who, man, does she have a trigger. I think I'm going to have to kick you out for a couple seconds at halftime because I might have an interview to do.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
give you a chance to, walk around a little bit, hang out.
Yeah, see my buddies.
Yeah, or just soak up the Spazman ambiance. But anyway, 22-30. Well, the Jim Michael ambiance, too. He's over there on the pumpkin bread or whatever that is. Canandaigua with the takeaway coming up the right-hand side along the numbers. They're going to pass it up here to the very sure-sticked McKenna Davis, one of the top 25 players in the country. Over to Abby Harrod, number 18, and inside lacrosse's top. Down to York, GLE over here on the left-hand side, and the shot is good. Kohler Neiman is going to knock it down, or are they going to wave that off? It looks like they're going to wave that off, so it's still 1-0, 22:08 left to play. And what's the call here, man? Was she in a crease? Oh, nope, the goal is good. All right, so the goal does stand. What did we see there, Maddie? Talk us through it.
Kenna was just coming right down the field. Abby was open wide in the middle. The defense left her open, and then they passed to Emily York on the right-hand side, and her defender slid low to high, which is a no-go in women's lacrosse.
Can't give low, man,
And passed it right to Kohler, and Kohler drove around the crease and shot high.
Well, I was going to say she had to do a little bit of work. It isn't like, the defender just said, all right, go ahead, But anyway, Canandaigua at 22:08, not 3 full minutes into this affair, leads 2-0. And I just want to give a shout out to Henrietta Hotz up there on Henrietta Road in, guess where? Henrietta. You got Fairport in red tops and bottoms there with white numbers, and this draw is on the carpet at the 40-yard line. Still loose. Finally picked up by Paige Harmon. She's got 65 draw controls on the season. She averages a couple goals a game as well. She does lead in 2 offensive categories, 29 goals and 34 apples, which is just hockey speak for assist. Ball on the GLE, try to pass it out front, gets soaked up there by the defense, but it kicks out to Fairport on the left alley. Now over here in the seam with Katie Malaber. She's got 26 goals, 6 assists on the season, equaling 32 points. She's also at 20 draw controls on the season, 2.3 goals per game, 21 left to play. Ball up in the slot. Now, you have to ask yourself if Fairport is just going in to keep away. Here they send it into the middle inside the 8-meter, and it's going to be picked off by Canandaigua. Ahead to McKenna Davis, and I believe that takeaway was Carlin Bjorling, the senior. McKenna comes down, lets the left-hand runner go, goes wide right. What did we see on that takeaway?
So that was actually Lexi Taft.
Was it Lexi Taft?
Yep.
19.
She was playing on defense right there. The ball got thrown right into the middle, and Lexi took it away right in front of Quinn, actually, so that was perfect timing.
Those 19s and 18s can look a little bit alike, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Rachel Bennett, here we come with the Syracuse weave. They get it to Liv Shore, who Ronnie Davis calls the best 2023 in the country right now. McKenna Davis, zigzag, face dodge, lets the bouncer go, and it looks like it's going to go in. All right, it does go in. Couldn't tell, Maddie. Well, that was all just McKenna right there.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm.
That was all just McKenna.
Yeah, she just dodged right through about 3 defenders. I mean, there's no stopping her once she gets moving, honestly. And that was perfectly clean offense, too. There's no charge, no nothing, because she's just purely a lot faster than most players on the field.
And she's just strong. She's just strong.
Absolutely.
And she can fight through the physicality. Now, here, conversely, Hannah can't fight through the contact. She's just too small, her sister. But what she does is gets right back up.
Absolutely.
So you try to bully her, it's not going to work. You might knock her down, but she is going to get back up.
Oh, yeah.
And psychologically, that's telling the bully not having it.
No.
And that's how you end that. You don't be the victim. She's like, I'm not going to be a victim of that. Check, I'm going to hop right back up.
Exactly.
2020, boo, we all want to get rid of that. Out over on the side with Katie Malaber, the freshman. Angles it over to the left wing, looking for somebody out front. Nobody there. Over here on the near side to Harmon. Harmon down to the right alley there to Bradford. They swing it back up top. Ooh, Canandaigua almost on that takeaway. Abby Hara does get the stick up. So going to have to chase it all the way over on the far side. Sophie Soccer, 21 goals on the season. She's going to Canisius. She's going to be a Golden Griffs, a little bit of too much contact, so it looks like we're going to have a free position for Ava Pierce, 22 goals on the season. The Golden Griffs did finish 2-8, unfortunately, out there in the MAC, but is what it is. Here's the shot, and the free position is good. Not a lot of work you have to do. You just kind of have to get that goalie moving. What do you think, Maddie?
Yeah, absolutely. But if the defense on the other team is strong and they're very quick and they close in on you, then you need to know how to dodge. And, I mean, sometimes you're going to know that the defense is going to come in too quick on you, so it might just be a lot smarter to pass out. But especially if you're not moving the goalie, there's no way that the ball is going to go in.
Yeah, you got to move that goalie. And another thing is I haven't mentioned it yet, haven't approached that. Quinn Tallman's looking right into the sun. So,
yes.
In games like this that start, 7 o'clock, whatever, the sun is a problem for the goalies on the southern end. And Canandaigua is shooting on the northern end. So let me see here. Where is it? There she is. Jalen Toomey. She has the sun kind of behind her, backing off to the right just a little bit. Here is another control for Fairport. Game time 7:49. What a psychological boost that is to get that bagel off the board here for the Red Raiders, because this is a powerful Canandaigua offense and even more powerful defense. So anytime you can score on Canandaigua, that's a heck of an accomplishment. Let's see if Fairport can string together 2 straight. Quinn Tallman very active in the cage. Pass out in front. Lewis Herod tries to come through. Still a scrum on the carpet, and it is going to be picked up. Well, it was temporarily picked up by Canandaigua. Then a little bit of contact. Now that is the number 18 in Carlin Bjorling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right, I got the Maddie.
Yeah,
you be right, Spaz, man. All right, so I got one right. So Canandaigua will get the restart. Sometimes you have to go back to go forward. Herod, very sure-sticked, gets it out here to Rachel Bennett, younger sister of Sammy B, Sam Bennett. She goes over to Shore, who's in the slot. Liv Shore, 31 goals, 6 apples on the season, 37 points. She also has 33 draw control. She's good for just over 2 goals per game. Here's Hannah Davis, was talking about her. Curls the fan, the 12-meter, puts the brakes on that, steps out. They go down towards the GLE. Rachie B brings it up with the right hand. She draws the attention of Paige Harmon. That should be a good battle.
Absolutely, and you see Hannah over here on the left side, but she's going to pass it out right now. Back to Liv. Liv's going to dodge.
Oh, look at Maddie going into play-by-play. All right, man. She's like, all right, Spaz, man, shut up for a second.
Well, you were quiet.
I'm gonna jump in there.
Let you
yeah.
Stop talking.
Well, I had to catch my breath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
17:25 left to play. Here is a free position for Canandaigua. And brings it down, lets it go, and a great save. Great save by Toomey, and the rebound comes all the way out, but Fairport trying to do their best to throw it away and turn it over. So we have a little bit of scrum going. Here's a scrape, still on the carpet, trying to get in there to get it. And Canandaigua finally does come away with it. They come over here to Nemo, and it's taken away. Grabbed right out of the sky by Caitlin Frank, the defender. Nice play there by Frank. Was that right place, right time, or did she read it, Maddie?
I think she sort of read it. It was really hard for Rachel to pass it right across the field between the 30 and the 40. So, I mean, there were like 2 girls on Rachel, and she had to pass it at that moment. So, I think Fairport read it really well.
16th. Oh, they try to go over to the far side to Malibu. She doesn't play it clean, but she does get a stick on it, which knocks it down, allows her to go after. Now they're on the GLE. Oh, almost taken away by the Braves on defense. All right, who is that? That's Bjorling over there right now on the defense. Gets by, which is a rarity, out in front. Tallman is going to scoop it up. That was not a shot. They were trying to pass it out in what in the boys' game would be known as the island, but I just call it the hot spot right out there at the top of the crease, and Quinn Tallman reels it in. And I'll tell you what, Quinn Tallman, one of the better goalies at the clearing pass and getting the ball across midfield, which Canandaigua does very nicely. 15:50 left to play. Shore down to Nemo. Nemo with one, right? She's got one on the day, right?
Yep.
Oh, no, they took it away from her. That's right. Remember, they took it away. They waved it off. Remember? 15:35 behind with Hannah Davis. Hannah Davis, let me see how many she has on the season, 28 and 25 for 53. 5 of those from the 8-meter. Not sure what's going on. Looks like we have a clock stopped at 15:29. Moving some players around. What did I miss, Maddie?
I think they had a foul on Hannah right there, so I'm not sure who that was that went behind. But
that's McKenna. McKenna brings it around. Oh, I do believe Jalen Toomey, the sophomore, got a piece of that. But it was backed up very nicely by Canandaigua. In case you didn't know, the team that's closest to the ball, when it goes out of bounds after the shot, does get possession. And that's a body part, not the stick. Everybody thinks it's a stick because all you players hold those sticks out there. It's the hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's McKenna Davis. She leans in, lets it go, and knocks it down. So McKenna Davis with the hat trick already, just 10 minutes into the first. I believe she's got 3 of Canandaigua's 4 goals. What did we see there? She was just leaning in. The defender didn't physicality her up. Was a little afraid of getting a call on her, whatever. And McKenna just blew her by and then let the left-hander go.
Yeah, her speed was just purely faster than her defender. I mean, and she just ripped it stick side low for the goalie. Or opposite stick side low for the goalie.
4-1. 4-1. Canandaigua leading. It's the McKenna Davis show. She's got 3 of the 4. All right, so I would put this trio that I call the Nation of Domination, Abby Harrod at the draw on the 2 wings being McKenna Davis and Liv Shore. I would put them up against any high school draw control, team anywhere. Yeah. Anywhere. Oh, man, we got to beat Long Island. It doesn't matter until we beat Long Island.
I know.
Am I wrong?
No. You're not.
All right, here comes Canandaigua down. McKenna, she goes into the 8-meter. I think she's going to get a foul, catch a foul, or are they calling offensive? Did they call offensive? It looked like the official on the other side was going offensive, or was now, wait a minute. Now, come on, ref. Where's your hand going to be? By your head or up here? They're 2 different calls. What do we have here? What do we have going on, Maddie? Did they foul McKenna Davis as she came into the 8?
I'm not sure if they call the charge on Kenna.
I mean, she didn't.
Nope,
She didn't.
She's getting the 8-meter.
She's getting a yellow.
Actually,
is she getting a yellow?
Yeah.
McKenna Davis just got a yellow.
It looks like a dangerous foul.
There you go. As you had alluded to, they are being a lot tighter on the dangerous stuff. You know why? Because everybody's talking about the helmet, and and that gets everybody talking about the safety of the game. And the next thing you know, the Karens of the world are writing the lady who makes the rules and saying, "I'm
the
just
Karens.
I'm going to get myself in trouble for that one." Spaz man, be more PC, behave yourself. But that just starts the conversation about the safety, and now they have to pay more attention to it because everybody else is. So McKenna Davis with the 2-minute card, but they're deep enough. Canandaigua is as Fairport trying to threaten here, and they can't. The loose ball is going to be picked up by the Braves, and they're going to get it into Maya Herman's stick over here on the left-hand side. But can't remember for the life of me the point I was going to make. But you know what? I don't think there was bad defense by Ava Pierce. She got a little happy with the stick, but at that point, you're running all out. Sometimes you can't, whether it's on purpose or not, they still have to make the call.
Right, absolutely. I mean, some things gotta give when someone falls to the ground or you're getting pushed on the ground. Like, somebody has to be at fault for it, or else it's just going to get a little too physical.
A little bit. That's why, as you always, it's interesting to see what the refs are or are not going to let people. Oh, here's McKenna Krause. Look at her. She's playing without the helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I've watched her play, but maybe she's like, I got to get tough
Varsity.
here. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Abby Canjemi was the Henrietta Hots player of the game in that JV game, and she's a hockey player along with Tyler Smith and McKenna Krause out here on the field. Here's Emily York. They're trying to set up what is that? When one goes back, what do you call that? And everybody comes up and takes a cut.
That's a backer right there.
Yeah. So I mean, nobody's going to be there, and it's almost a waste time kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the weave can be just to run off a little bit of time.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hannah Davis all the way over here now on the near side, drawing the attention of Abby Consol, the sophomore. And now McKenna Davis is free and clear to enter her way back into the fray. 12:35 left to play. McKenna Davis over here on the GLE. Are we seeing that at all, Maddie? Are we seeing Ronnie Davis kind of call off the dogs just a little bit this early on?
I don't know. I think Ronnie definitely wants to have a little bit more plays in there.
There you go.
But also, I think he wants kind of to be able to ultimately rack up the points right now. Kenna or whoever else is able to score the goals, but he knows that the Fairport defense is weak in the left side for sure. So
here's Kenna Davis. She's going to go for a free position. All right, she's got 9 on the season from the 8, and she lets it go. She takes a step, throws the hands, and I do think that Toomey might have got a piece of that, but it was backed up by the Braves. So here is Davis. She sets shop right up top with Maya Herman. She draws the double, and she kicks it back down to McKenna Davis at the GLE, who brings it up a lot right in between the 8 and the fan. And, it would have been nice to see her let that right-hander go. She draws the foul, and she'll get a free position.
Yep, same spot right there. Let's see if she decides to fake it this time. I don't think the rip quite worked for the goalie knew where it was going, unfortunately.
Yeah, she took a lot more steps and still got stoned. Toomey got her again. That was a great save. That was just a great, and it looked like a leg save. Looked like a nice leg save, but the ball stayed in, right in behind at the X in the end zone, and McKenna Davis is going to have it over on the right alley. And listen, I'm just saying, anytime McKenna Davis has the ball, she's going to be a threat to do something with it, whether it's an assist, whether it's taking it straight in on goal. But and she always draws a lot of attention, and she's not a selfish player. As Abby Harrod lets a right-hand runner go, and she knocks it down. So Abby Harrod is going to pick up number 29 on the season. But just before I kick it over to you, Maddie, so you can talk about number 5, let me finish that thought if I can. McKenna Davis isn't selfish that where, she draws that attention, she isn't going to recognize it and give it off to her teammate. We've seen Davis to here. In fact, she's got coming into today, she has, let me see, 32 apples. So what do we see in that 5th goal there? 5-1, 10:43. I can't wait to get your halftime thoughts on what we saw in the first half and what we're going to see in the second half. You know what I'm saying? That's where you put the color commentator on the spot. That's where you get put on the spot. Go ahead. Take away the play-by-play. Go ahead. Maddie Mamoon on play-by-play.
All right, draw goes up. Liv Shore gets it. She's going to take it down on the left-hand side.
Be confident. You know it's the left-hand side.
Passing it to Kohler Neiman, number 21. Goes behind the goal, GLE. Hannah Davis picks it up. Let's see if she's going to go one-on-one with her defender as they clear the side for her. Nope, she's going to pass it all the way up to Liv Shore. Liv Shore is going to take it 1v1. Let's see if she passes it to a cutter on the backside with McKenna Davis. Passes all the way up top to Abby Harrod. They cleared the side for Abby. She draws the double. Abby's going to pass it all the way back to Kenna. Oh, Kenna
over the shoulder.
The back.
Man, almost.
The goalie picks it up.
Go ahead,
keep
going.
Out to number, I want to say 26.
That's my bad.
Yep, 26. Now back to 15. And over to the other side with number 17. They're going to bounce pass it. A little bit of a forced pass, and they pick it up. Braves pick it up. Hannah Davis all the way down. One-on-one with the goalie. And the goalie checks it right out of her
serious stick. What a save by Jalen Toomey. How about a round of applause, everybody out there, for Maddie. Great job on the play-by-play. You don't know how hard it was. It was for me to not jump in there, but you did a good job. Just, so it's not it's not as easy as it looks, is it, man?
I know that it is.
Especially when you don't know who anybody is. Free position for Canandaigua. Abby Harrod brings it down, fires it off, lets it go. So Harrod is going to pick up her second. Make that a hat trick for Abby Harrod. And that is the first, I believe, for Harrod on the free position today. So that means she now has 8 free position goals.
No, unfortunately, I have got to ref already this year, but not since I've been home.
And then it gives you a different perspective on officials, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So another draw win for Canandaigua. As I said, Abby Harrod, not to just, these three have been pretty much dominant. Now, there have been games where they haven't been. But like I was talking to Jim, like in the fight game, there's always somebody bigger, stronger, better, faster. There's always somebody, and I think she had a lot of trouble. What was it, Ithaca? Tried to pass it into the middle. Hannah to McKenna. It gets knocked down by Fairport. And I believe that was Harmon that knocked it down. Yep, she's going to switch sticks. And a lot of times they switch sticks from doing the draw control to regular game play. They do it with a defender. They have somebody, a couple people run on and off with the new stick. Picked up, restart. Ava Piers for Fairport runs into Hannah Davis. Again, not a lot of size there to, be intimidating by any means. Nice job getting through that triple team of Ava Piers. So they kick it over here to the right alley. 7:45 left to play. Canandaigua leading Fairport 6-1 backside of a double shot. We did the JV game. Canandaigua won that very handily. Now left alley. And folks, I mean left alley as if you are one of the players facing the goal, not the goalie looking out. Sun still right in Quinn Tallman's face. But she's only a few minutes away from being in the shadows, and the lights are already starting to get warmed up, I think. Nope, not yet, but they will be soon. They do a good job of having those lights ready to go 100% when they are needed. Ball behind now over on the right side. And Fairport, to use basketball analogy right now, just taking the air out of the ball. Just trying to keep the ball away from Canandaigua, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're just trying to get away from the pressurized defense that Canandaigua always plays. There's a lot of different mixes of the defense that they play, but
shot inside, nice save by Tallman. Sorry to step on you there.
No, you're all
sorry
good.
to do it, but gotta do it. That was a great shot by Fairport. Little far out, but Quinn Tallman does come up with the save. Gonna go to Suni Oswego, coming in today with 50 saves on the season. Gonna go to Suni Cortland, I should say. Suni Cortland. They play in the SUNYAC, SUNYAC Conference. They finished 14-2. Did Cortland? Who did they lose to, man? Who did Cortland lose to?
Ithaca.
Oh man. No, I mean in the playoffs.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, man, I can't remember. Oh, Spaz, man, you are fired. You're out of here. Strike one. Hey, I made it this far. 5:55 left to play here in the first half. Abby Harrod has the ball up along the 16, 17-yard line, setting up now Canandaigua. Inside to Emily York, and York lets it go. It gets soaked up, and the ball is going to end up with Toomey. Good defense there.
Absolutely.
Yep,
they knew what was going to happen, and I think they're starting to catch on. They're going to have to switch some things up, and I know Canandaigua has it in them. They practiced it, but they're just going to have to make a couple changes, which might be uncomfortable at first, but they have it under their belt.
That change usually is uncomfortable, but, you stick with it, and it's worth it. So here we go with Toomey. She's looking for somebody who isn't marked up, but her intended receiver is not going to pick it cleanly, and McKenna Davis is going to pick it up. And then I think that was a nice save there by Toomey, and then she passes it out to York, and then they're going to reset. Wow, man, I'm telling you, you got to get in front of McKenna Davis. You cannot let her get behind you, or I should say, past you, because it's going to be really tough to run her down from behind.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You got to stay in front of her and know where she's going to go. You got to watch the hips, as Mrs. Ellis would say down there, Coach Ellis.
Yeah, I saw her for the first time this year.
Yep, that was always her saying for when she coached us on defense. But it's very true. If you don't watch the hips and you don't know where they're going to go, it's going to be very hard for any defender versus any offensive player.
Yeah, well, the hips don't do that juking and jiving and the side stuff like the head and the shoulders. If you're watching the head and the shoulders, you're going for the fake and the deke every single time, man. Every time. It's the same way in football. I always taught my kids, linebackers, go for the hips, man. Tackle the hips. Don't worry about the eyes, the hands, the head, legs, nothing. Where the hips are, put your shoulder and bury them. Abby Harrod brings it around. Left-hand side. Draws the double, always draws attention, out in front, shot is good. Emily York is going to knock down her first off the feed from Abby Harrod. Nice patient offense usually results in what we just saw, and that was Emily York's 11th.
Absolutely. So they had the side cleared perfectly for Abby on the right-hand side, I should say. And Abby drew the double, and Emily knew that she was open because obviously if they're double teaming, someone in the stack has got to be open with no girl on them. So she snagged it, and she faked high and shot low.
That's that's along the lines of what I was alluding to earlier with McKenna. She draws a lot of attention every time she gets inside that fan. Everywhere she goes, really, but I mean it's a next level inside the fan, which is a 12-meter fans, in case you didn't know. And Abby Harrod draws that same kind of attention, and she's going to win another draw here. And the draw, listen, it all starts at the draw. And there are people, there are factions, there are movements that want to do away with both or either the face-off or the draw control. As Tyler Smith and Maya Herman check in for Canandaigua, Abby Harrod. And let me see, I didn't see the number.
Taft.
Yeah, Lexi Taft. Oh, here comes McKenna Krause back in for Canandaigua. And, boy, I have no idea Maddie, one of your jobs is going to be reminding me what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
I was talking about the face-offs and the draws and people trying to do away with them.
Thank you. Good call. Very nice. Fist bump.
Thank you.
Nice. Here's McKenna Krause up top. Yeah, they want to do away with that part of the game, and the ones that want to do away with that part of the game are the ones that are getting beat by that part of the game. And what I say is step up your job on that part of the game. That's what you do instead of trying to get rid of a particular element within the game. Come on, man. Step it up. So we've got a free position for Canandaigua. McKenna Davis, a little too much contact once again inside the 8. So you go on the hash mark around the outside that's closest to the infraction. She comes down left-handed, gets a stick away from the defender and hits the bouncer. And that, you want to say, no big deal. That wasn't a lot of work. Well, she had to fight through the contact of the stick from the defender and then make that goalie move. It looks like she does that on every shot. She's very proficient at getting that goalie to move her hands.
Yeah, she definitely has to cut off the left-hand side just to get that shot off with her left hand, whether it's quick stick or, holding it the normal way. But if she doesn't, clear the space for herself, then there's no way she's going to make that goal. And she knows exactly how to do that. She's very quick, and she'll just cut right across the 8 with her feet and fake high, shoot low.
And bada bing, bada boom. All right, so that's her fourth. That's her fourth on the day, and that's her 56th total. 56th total. So here is Abby Harrod and Katie Malaber in at the draw, and it's going to be one picked up off the carpet by Penfield. Oh, I did it.
Fairport.
I did it. Darn it, man. I was 2 minutes and 25 seconds away. Oh, man. Fairport. I told you I was going to do it, man. I talked myself and jinxed myself, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you shouldn't have even mentioned it. You threw it into the universe.
No, I knew it was going to happen. It always does. Canandaigua is going to get possession of the ball, and if there's one person whose cross you want that ball in transition to clear it, it's Abby Harrod right there. Happy birthday. She turned 17 like a few days ago, so happy belated birthday as Tyler Smith is going to come in, younger sister of Peyton Smith. And as I said, everything Tyler Smith does is exactly mirror image of the way her sister plays. Did you ever see her sister play?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know the difference. The way she runs and holds it, it's crazy. So here we go in that overload on the left-hand side with the ball behind at the X with McKenna Davis. So right now, I think the best thing that Fairport can do is they've got to keep their heads in this game, and they've got to keep battling. All right, they can't get tired or indifferent. Here's McKenna Davis. Great move. Left hand, lets it fly. Great save by Toomey. And a clearing pass over on the side. They do get it clean to Abby Console, but that Canandaigua ride is tough to break.
Oh, yeah. When you're getting triple teamed like that, you're just going to have to try to outrun them at that point. They've got you from all sides.
Yeah, I don't see outrunning them. That's the thing. Canandaigua has speed to match the physicality that they bring. So Fairport does get it up here. They get it up to Maria Di Lorenzo, but her pass is errant, ends up on a carpet, but it does get picked up, as you see there, by Fairport. One more shout out to Jim Michael of SE Video running the camera here. So if you like the work, you can credit him. If you don't, it's his fault. You know what I'm saying? 37.7 left, Maddie. Here we go. Ball is with Fairport at the 50. All right, they're going to put Neiman behind. She does have a defender right in her grill. That's Emily York. She gets through the 3 defenders. Nice job. She's in a foot race with Maya Herman, puts the brakes on at the 20 and goes over to the slot. Now they get it over to the far hash marks up there with Malibur. She comes down. Good defense. Can't get a shot. GLE tries to go. Sidewinder, no good. It's going to go wide left. And Tallman almost on the backup, but in a foot race, she lost to Abby Bradford. 19.5 left to play. Here comes Fairport, trailing 8-1, trying to get a pride goal here, trying to just keep Canandaigua from being able to go into the break on a score. I would think psychologically they got to knock one down here. They bring it in. They get inside the 8, and there's contact. We'll have a free position over on the left-hand side. Would you agree with that, though, Maddie? You know, speaking from a psychological perspective, I mean, you know, you want to knock one down so you can go into the break on the score. You don't want Canandaigua, who is, you know, putting an 8-1 pretty good thing on you. You don't want them to have the mental, you know, power of the score. Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, I absolutely would have to agree, because even though they're down right now, they need to get the energy back up, and looks like they just got one.
And they just did. They got one right there from the free position. So Fairport stops the run. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can. So we're listening to ourselves on the broadcast. Yeah. So anyway, who scored that?
Paige Harmon.
Paige Harmon, which is not a surprise to anybody. No. That eventually she's going to get in the column. She's going to get in the score column. She does with just 1 second left to go to at least have the psychological advantage of going into the break with the score. It's like in basketball. As a coach, I tell my players, do not leave the gym on a miss. All right, time will expire on the first half. Canandaigua will take an 8-2 lead into the break over the 7-4 Fairport Red Raiders.
If they really want to close the gap, and their clears need to be a lot more cleaner.
All right, well, here we go. We're back at it. Canandaigua now shooting on the southern goal. They win the draw. Herod 2 over to Live Shore. And then, they get the ball down to Nemo. She goes far corner in the end zone. 2 years straight, Canandaigua Section 5 Class A football champions. Ball at the X with Hannah Davis. Hannah Davis is going to come all the way up top, up to Abby Herod. 24-30. Herod comes down, and if that was a shot, one of two things happened. It just didn't come out right, or she got checked during the course of shooting, but it's backed up nicely by McKenna Davis, who's going to wheel it all the way around over here to the right alley. She is not afraid of physical contact. There's no question about that. She's going to lean. If you lean on her, I think she's a Larry Zonka type player. Larry Zonka, in case you don't know, Maddie, was an old Miami Dolphin who used to run to contact. He hit whoever was trying to tackle him just as hard as the guy was tackling him. Look at McKenna Davis. She comes out, gets wrecked inside the 8. That's not the first time, nor will it be the last time we've ever seen that. But she likes that underhanded shovel kind of sidewinder shot.
Yeah, she does. Actually, her cousin, Rhea Davis, has a similar shot to her. And I don't know if they learned that from Ronnie, but she really does like that shot. And I think it's a hard shot to stop if you get in there quick enough and you're using your defender as a screen. I mean, it's hard for the goalie to see that you're faking high and you're bringing it all the way down low.
But when she takes that shot, everybody and their mother knows that it's coming.
Yeah.
It's like she sent out an email, said, hey, tomorrow I'm going to be. But anyway, she's going to get a free position at the top, and we've seen, and while we're at it, as McKenna Davis knocks that down, we've got one over here in the sin bin with a yellow card for a couple minutes. 23-46, 9-2. Break it down, Maddie.
All right, well, so Kenna just got the second hash, I believe it was, or maybe it was the third, but very close to the goalies.
All right, you got to be on top of her. You got to be inside of her. You can't let her beat you. And then another thing you can count on, she's alluded to earlier, not to beat a dead horse, she's going to make that goalie one way or the other move those hands. And that's how she is now up to 57 on the season, 57. 23:46 left to play. And Herod, look at the way Herod just uses every inch of what she has to reach out there and get that. The draw went straight up, and then Abby Herod kind of reminds me of what we saw constantly when Natalie Gwynn was doing the draw controls. Are you impressed that I pulled that name out?
Yeah.
Right on, man. Right on. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch you so hard,
you're
man.
Good.
Forgot.
I know.
One thing you mentioned.
Oh, stop
Absolutely.
it. Stop it. 23:10 left to play. Yeah, but Natalie, she just reached right out there with those long arms.
The self-draw.
Yeah, and get right up there. Our self-draw. There you hear it. Abby Herod, GLE, right-hand side. Goal line extended, fans, straight line out. They set the goal up on the football goal line. And that's what GLE is. It's the goal line. You know what I'm saying? 22:50. Canandaigua up top. Marks. Let's it go, man. She was going for the opposite 90. Couldn't get it. Went screaming through, but backed up nicely by.
No angle shot right there, but couldn't get it.
All right, here's Emily York. She can't let it go. And Canandaigua just looking like a motion offense. Everybody is just constantly moving and cutting. And speaking of cutting, here is Abby Herod. She lets it go. Rebound comes out, dribbles back into the stick of Toomey. Now, was that an upright save, or did Toomey get a piece of that?
I think it hit
crossbar.
Yep,
got the crossbar.
hit the post.
So here's Hannah Davis. She's going to chase Toomey up out of the crease. And again, physically speaking, definite mismatch. Heart-wise, I would put Hannah Davis up against anybody. Look, she's not afraid to, get that stick in her arm. And she's not afraid at all. And everybody marked up. And this is just great defense. This is just a great ride by Canandaigua. But, Maddie, we've seen this all game long. We've seen the ride by Canandaigua result in a boatload of turnovers.
Absolutely, but their yellow card just came right in, so I think that's all Toomey was waiting for was for
Emily. Yeah, well, they did get the ball to Emily Van Gorder, then they get it over here. They get it up to Sophie Soccer, the Golden Griff. Oh, nice spin move for her to spin out of trouble and get it down here to Ava Pierce. And we haven't seen a whole lot of Fairport. I almost said that word. Fairport offense. The ball hasn't spent a lot of time in the red end.
No, it has not. But I think they definitely need to learn how to take care of the ball before they can really put some points up on the board, because Canandaigua is very pressurized defense when it comes down to it, and if they don't know how to get it through the 8, then it's just going to get stripped. So
they get it into Sophie Soccer. She's got 21 on the season, and then she kind of gets mugged a little bit. Mm-hmm. But you got to give her a lot of credit, because she knew what she was doing. She wanted to go in and draw the Canandaigua Braves wrapped around her, and she's going to get a free position for it, and she's going to bring it down and let it go, and it's going to go over the crossbar. She lets it go high. Now, when it goes high like that, what's different on the release than if it would go where you want it to?
Sometimes it just depends. Like, there might have been a defender that kind of just clipped her elbow a little bit that made it go too high, or, you just let it go too quickly up in the air instead of following all the way through. Because if you don't follow through, then it's not going to go where you want it, whether it's a pass or a goal.
Well, here's a pass out in front. She's going to redeem herself and knock that one down. And that's a great example of one of my spasonyms here, my witticisms that Jim likes to call it. No, what I say is there's always an opportunity for redemption. Mm-hmm. She let one go. Soccer lets it goes too high. Now she knocks one down from the right side. I love it. There's always another chance in sports. What do we see, and what do we see over there?
I wasn't too sure. I was just kind of talking about the last play, but I do know that there was a lot of girls on the left-hand side of the goal, and I think she used the screen that she had from all the girls to shoot on the side, and I don't think Quinn saw it coming. So
that for soccer is number 22 on the season for the future Golden Griff. All right, so Maya Herman now in at the wing on the southern side, on the our left-hand side. And is that Abby back in there? Can't quite tell. Ref's head right in the way. And
yep.
Absolutely. Abby Harridan, Maya Herman is going to nearly scoop it up. It's still loose, still not possessed. Big scrum going. And like I said, usually, I've talked about it a couple times, usually in that case, Maddie, the ref is not going to let that thing go on for long because sticks are flying, both the boys and the girls game. They're going to look for some kind of contact where they can call a push or something like that to end that scrum just a little bit. Is that,
Yeah, I would agree. They don't want anyone to get hurt. And I mean, at the end of the day, that is the official's job, is to make sure people are staying safe.
Absolutely. So they're going to take the first shot that they can. Somebody a little more physical than everybody else. Mm-hmm. Somebody falls. Oh, call the first person in the neighborhood, the closest. Oh, nice move by Hannah Davis. And Hannah Davis is going to knock down the left-hander after going down the right side, cutting in. Talk to us about it there, Maddie.
Yeah, that was a beautiful face dodge that Hannah just had on the left-hand side. If you're standing on the field and she just went right back in after she face dodged, and she caught all the way across the crease to the right-hand side of the goalie, and she faked high and shot low.
And she just like her sister had the presence of mind to make her move those hands, make her move the hands, and then knock it down. So but that all starts with the draw. That all starts with the hard work up here in the middle of the field. It's just, whew, man. I'll tell you.
I mean, if you get rid of that, whether it's the face-off or the draw, I mean, it's not going to be the same game ever again. There's just no way to change that, and it shouldn't be changed either because, I mean, some girls specifically are getting recruited to go to college to take
Abby
the draw and then get pulled right off the field.
Yeah. Now, is that what Abby Harrod is being recruited for?
I'm not exactly sure if she's just going to be a draw specialist when she goes to BC.
I'll tell you, I'll be keeping an eye on it. That
I know
is for sure.
There is some speculation that Charlotte North is going back next year. So,
what do you think about Athletes Unlimited? Oh, and the feed inside, two-haired, and she does the quick stick and it goes wide left. You know what Athletes Unlimited is? Women's professional lacrosse.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they just got major deals like CBS and NBCSN. These F1, F2, these are big sports carriers. They're not the mothership of ESPN, but there's ESPN and then everybody else.
I know.
But I'm looking very forward to it. It gives everybody nobody's making any money at it, but you keep getting to do something that you love. 18 minutes left to play. Canandaigua on the offense. They kick it over to the left-hand side, and they're going to swing it back up top. Look at McKenna Krause on the cut. Good defense there by Maria DiLorenzo. The junior, McKenna Davis, the senior, going to Boston College, feeds inside the shore. What a great save by Toomey. Man, was that a great save or what?
That was a great save.
That was a great cut. That was a great cut. Liv Shore trying to get number 32 on the season. Just couldn't make it happen. 17-25, Canandaigua in double digits. 10-3. 8:39 is game time. Here's the left-hander. Toomey launches it right out. Nice job getting it out into the slot right in the middle of the field. Oh, loses the cradle. Does Gia Castiglia. And the ball is on the carpet. McKenna Davis is going to come through. She gets it ahead to McKenna Davis. Very strong, but a little errant. But McKenna Davis is good enough that she got the stick to control. Oh, now that's definitely going to be a foul over there. A little bit of frustration on that.
McKenna Davis passed it to herself.
What happened?
It was Lexi Taft pass to McKenna Davis.
Oh, all right, man. Hey,
all good.
I'm working hard, man. But a lot of physicality on that check there. Might have been a little frustration, a little message behind that. Did McKenna burn her or something? Oh, look at this quick stick. I'll tell you what, Liv Shore. Did Liv Shore have to go up about 2 rungs on the ladder to reach up there to get that? What a great feed and what a great finish by Liv Shore. Break it down.
Livy is a short player, but she is a strong player, just like Hannah. And I mean, they practice a lot on getting, I mean, even in warm-ups, they're practicing getting those one-handed balls. But that was a beautiful jump and quick stick. I mean,
who gave her the feed? Was it Hannah that gave her the feed? I can't remember.
It might have been Kenna, but I'm not too sure.
If we just say Davis, we're good.
It was Hannah?
Was it?
Okay.
Was it Hannah? Yeah. All right. So I was right. What do you think of that, Mrs. Spaz, man? Ha! Oh, so what, Jim? Let it go, man. Maddie said I'm okay. Maddie said it was all right, right? All right. I know, man. I'm just having fun with you. 1633. Thanks for joining us here on ChosenSpotRadio.com, as well as the Canandaigua School District YouTube channel. And it is up and going to be run down by Abby Harrod. So Abby Harrod is on the list of people that if I had to have one ground ball to save my life, she's one of the people that would be going after it. But do you know who my number one pick is? The number one former Canandaigua player that I would have go after a ground ball if my life depended upon getting just one.
I don't know.
Nice save there.
Let's hear it.
Clancy Rude, bro.
Okay, Clancy.
Clancy Rude, bro. 16 left to play. I mean,
that's for sure.
You need a ground ball,
I would
man.
agree. I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, buddy. 15:55. Fairport bringing it up the right-hand side. Nice feed across. Going to bring it down right along the sideline over on the far side. But Canandaigua, you alluded to it earlier a couple different times. Ball on the carpet. Davis in to try to get it. And it is finally going to be picked up there by Harmon. Harmon is going to feed it down over to the left-hand side. But, forgot the point I was trying to make, Maddie. What was I talking about?
Clancy Rude being the only.
No, after that, you alluded to it. You brought it up a couple different times, and I was getting on it, and then, yeah, that train derailed. Forget about it. That train.
You're talking about the draws.
No, it's over. It's over, Maddie. Don't even try anymore, man. That one's out of town. 15 left to play. Sometimes you just gotta move on, man. Over here in the left alley, GLE now, and swing it over to the other side. No, it was something going on with that within the game. I can't remember what it was. It was something, I think, a point that Fairport was doing, and kind of one of the good things that they were doing. I can't remember. For some reason, I thought it might have something to do with the transition, but.
I'm not too sure.
14. It'll hit me again.
Their offense is definitely doing better. They're keeping the possession, and they're doing a sort of house play, but it still seems to be at fault here as Canandaigua comes back up with it.
McKenna Krause just going to bring it straight up the right-hand side. I get tired just watching these girls run, watching these lacrosse players run, man. And we're talking about Athletes Unlimited. Now they owe me $40, $20 a mention. Somebody send them an invoice. With the advent of bringing professional lacrosse back, there have been a couple in the past that have tried to do it but couldn't stick. I think this Athletes Unlimited is going to stick. It's interesting to watch the field and wonder, are any of them going to make it? Are any of them going to make it?
I would have to think that they can make it.
There's some out there that can. Here's one of them. Abby Harrod is going to hit the quick stick. Man, she is very, very good on that quick stick. I think the feed was from Hannah, but you're talking 2 or 3 players just in that Canandaigua triple out. Shore, others that you could realistically see. Hannah Davis, that you could see playing at the next level, past college. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think Kenna, definitely Abby. I mean, it's just whatever these girls want to set their mind to at that point. It's just if you're willing or you want to put in the extra effort to go the extra mile, or you want to do something bigger than that with what you choose for your career. I mean, there's girls that absolutely love it that might even end up playing on the USA team, but they don't want to go past that because, they want to live their lives, and whether that might be with coaching or that. I mean, you can still live it through coaching. I mean, there's no wrong answer with however you stay involved. But
it's a lot of commitment, But anyway, McKenna Davis, she's going to pick it up off of the draw. Another win for Canandaigua. And anybody who doesn't look at Abby Harrod as one of the top draw control, top players. In fact, inside lacrosse, we've got a little contact over there. Who was that? Pierce is going to kind of run over Hannah Davis over here on the right-hand side. But inside lacrosse has Abby Harrod at number 18. Here's number 25, Hannah Davis, trying the low Tootsie Roll and can't knock it down, but it's backed up nicely over there by Tyler Smith. Yeah, surprised on no Tootsie Roll, don't you?
A little.
Just a little?
Just a little.
All right, man. All right. A lot of people might say it's not a Tootsie Roll, it was low. I call it a low Tootsie Roll. Come on, get over it. Abby Harrod on the cut. They don't go to her. So Hannah Davis is going to kind of back it out over here on the right alley with 12:35 left to play. Go ahead, Maddie. Take it away.
Here you have Kenna's out there on the left-hand side right now. Hannah just passed it to her, and now they're going to clear the side and kind of just beat her defender and shoots it low. She didn't even have to fake that one.
There wasn't a lot of room, though, because that was kind of an opposite side. She had to kind of go around there. That was a little bit of stick. She had to separate the stick from the body and put it out there a little bit. And then, I think they shut out Gates Chili like in 2019 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they've got to go to Penn and play Penn. And that's always a great rivalry game. Here's Maya Herman. She brings it right down the slot. Beats her defenders, lets the right-hander go. And a nice save there by Toomey. Here's the outlet. Again, this Canandaigua ride is it's vicious. It's vicious. It hurts feelings. You know what I mean? That is how tough it is. And Hannah is when she finally decides to go after the goalie, she goes hard. But they do get it up on the right-hand side. They still haven't got across. They do get it across. Now they get it in down the slot, coming down. A little bit of contact there. That'll be a free position. That was good transition, though. Good textbook transition.
Yes, it was. Unfortunately, there was just too much contact there. Don't think they're going to give out a yellow card.
No yellow card, but definitely a free position for Katie Malibert.
Just a little too much contact. We'll see if Katie can fake it. She definitely has to have something in her back pocket to beat Quinn. So
11:06, now 11:05 to play. Clock continues to run. In the final frame, here's the shot, and it does get by Tallman. So Malibert, with her 27th of the season, makes it 13-3.
To 4. They just changed it.
Oh, to 4. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
Yep. 13-4. Yep, Malibert. Let me write that down. And while I do that, you break it down.
All right. Well, Katie Malibert had a free position shot, I think, at the center hash, and she faked high and shot low. It was kind of a skid shot. It skid the turf a little bit, I would have to say, when it was going in. So
it kind of
a little bounce.
It did kind of look, though, that Quinn kind of overplayed it in a sense that it wasn't coming. It's like a changeup. Mm-hmm. It didn't come as hard as you think it was gonna.
Yeah, no.
Is that what? Yeah. So 10:58.
40 people watching YouTube.
40, nice. All right. 10:58. Here we go. Draw. Look at that. Goes right to Liv Shore. How come the Wings don't defend a little harder there and try to get between that? Because it's just routine. Am I wrong? Are they kind of conceding the draw?
I don't know. They might just be. I think if Abby gets it and she knows what she's doing, it's just very hard to stop it, especially. If you've known the whole game what was going to happen starting now, then I don't know why you wouldn't try to stop it a little bit harder.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be aggressive out there.
Yeah.
10-20 left to play. Canandaigua with the ball up here on the 20 by the numbers. Hannah Davis finds McKenna Davis. That was a long pass. And then McKenna Davis is going to get stuffed. She got stoned there by Toomey. Jalen Toomey. Great save right in the face of McKenna Davis. Are you Mr. chance there, Maddie.
I'm not
You
too
got
sure
watching.
what happened because kind of just got the ball back.
Yeah,
so
she did. I don't know.
I thought that was a pretty clean save. Maybe the goalie came out too much.
Not sure. Oh, off of Liv Shore. Liv Shore did not see that coming. I don't know where she got it, but she definitely got boinked there. Not sure what's happening. I think she was getting a little physical up there inside and was a little kind of worried about something else and then just got bopped. But 9:30 left to play. Hannah Davis top side, 13-4. Canandaigua leading the Fairport Red Raiders. Canandaigua has won 8 of their last 9. That loss was South Jeff a couple Saturdays ago. And ball up top here, top shelf with McKenna Krause, JV player who was brought up because of an injury to Bella Shore. So it looks like McKenna Krause is going to get the restart in the slot at the 15.
Yep, it looks like McKenna's going to pass it out to McKenna Davis, and Kenna's going to run it all the way over.
Oh, nice give and go. Oh, no, that was Shore.
Yeah.
And then Shore just got stuffed. Shore got stuffed by Toomey. Toomey's coming up huge here.
Yeah, she really is.
She has made some great saves. I love a goalie that can make a great save like that. The South Jefferson goalie from a couple seasons ago, cannot remember her name for the life of me. She was very active. Had tried to have the stick in every lane. Always constantly moving.
Yeah, when we were
yeah,
playing them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
okay.
was
Yeah, I did
my
that game in
junior year.
Yeah, she won player of the game for look at Shore, finds Hannah Davis on the takeaway. Great job to go inside the defender. She brings it down. Oh, she misses the underhander. Hannah missed the underhander, went off the side of the upright. Man, she wants that one back.
Yeah, she does.
That was a great takeaway and then a great pass to find Hannah Davis on the breakaway. Now you see McKenna coming over here. McKenna Davis, and she is going to, what do we have going? Emily York is going to come in for McKenna Davis. Canandaigua 13-4 over Fairport with 7:40 left to play. Here's Hannah Davis. She makes the move on the GLE, splits the defenders, knocks down the underhander. Both the sisters like those underhanders, don't they?
Yes, they do. Hannah definitely just split the defense, the double team right there on the left-hand side. And I think what really worked is that they subbed Kenna out for Emily York, and I think that might have just messed up the defense there for a couple seconds, and it was just enough time for Hannah to split the double team.
No, I've got that as only being her second. I thought she scored more than that, but she has a couple apples as well. Mm-hmm. So she's got a 4-point game going. She has a 4-point game going. 6:55 clock runs with the 10-point lead, which is kind of a good thing. I kind of like to see that. You know, what do you think about mercy and slaughter rules and things like that?
Yeah, I don't know. That happened to me definitely a few times, unfortunately, during the collegiate season. But I think it's good for the other team to realize, they definitely need to knock down a few more points to stay in the game. And, if Fairport really wants to try to come back here, even if they don't, win, they can still make the game very close.
Get some pride shots too. You almost said Penfield, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
No, because you had a little bit of a little pause there before you said Fairport.
I'm trying to be nice because I want the game to be closer. I want it to be a fun game for the girls.
So you know what you do? I'm going to help you. You talk about the game as a student of the game. Then you take the scoreboard out of it. See, if you take the scoreboard or the difference in between the two, then here's a runner, and it's good. Who was that? Was that one of the Luptons? Was that Lupton? Oh, was it Kohler Neiman?
Yeah,
was it 21? I thought it might have been 23, which is Kaylee Lupton. All right, but do you see what I'm saying? You call it from somebody as a student of the game.
Yeah.
And then that way you don't get so caught up in the what's going on the scoreboard.
Exactly.
So.
But yeah, I definitely think that they're going to need to score a couple more goals to just stay in the game.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah. But at this point, what is it going to – I mean, I haven't seen anything that's able to happen to allow that to happen for Fairport. Because even if Canandaigua, brings in the 2s and the 3s, I think in that instance that might still be an even matchup.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but Canandaigua has that kind of depth.
Yes.
That's not saying anything negative about Fairport. That's actually just kind of saying that's how much depth Canandaigua has. But with 4:40 left to play, it's now Canandaigua 15-4. And then at some point when it's that much, sometimes I just stop talking about the score. You don't mention it, so much.
Yeah.
And there's that sportsman-like aspect to it. But McKenna Krause comes down. I mean, Fairport hasn't given up. They're still playing defense.
They're still playing good D.
They're still playing
They're
the D.
not just giving it away.
There's
sure.
Tyler Smith. She comes in, angles in, and look at that great save there.
Their goalie is definitely coming up with a lot for them.
Oh, but do you see that? Tyler Smith intercepts the attempt at the clear and just has an open wide net, knocks it down.
Hannah checked it out of Toomey's stick right there, and Hannah just passed it right up to Tyler Smith, who's right in the middle of the 8, and unfortunately Toomey was just too far out of the goal at that point to get Tyler Smith's goal, which went just right into the back of the net. So there's another assist for Hannah Davis.
All right, so Hannah Davis gets another apple, and we talk about Tyler Smith. That's her 7th on the season. She's going to Youngstown, going to be one of the Penguins. Now, they struggled. They went 2-7 in D1, but I want to give a shout out to Emily York. Emily York, I don't know how many people know this. She's going to Penn State. She's going to go to Penn State for academics. She's not going to play lacrosse. At least that's what she told me.
She is playing club lacrosse.
Okay,
though.
club lacrosse.
Yep.
All right. But there isn't as much of a commitment to the club lacrosse. So
Exactly.
I just want to give her a shout out and, doing the academic thing. So now we do have Maggie Cross in goal for Canandaigua, right? Nope. Oh, that's still Quinn Tallman. Never mind. I looked up and thought that was a 6. Wow. So Quinn Tallman still in goal for Canandaigua, up handily here over the Fairport Red Raiders, who will fall to 7-5. Canandaigua will improve to 13-2. And as I said, they've got one more on the regular season. That will be at Eastridge. I don't see any reason to prognosticate that they won't match up well against the Lancers of Eastridge.
No.
And then we'll prepare for some sectional play. But 9 o'clock on the dot is game time. 2:10 left to play. The fellas, they've got 2 more left. They've got Gates Chilai on Wednesday tomorrow, and that game won't be heard here on Chosen Spa Radio. But I have been told that I can attend the Penn Yan Mustangs game. So I don't know if that's Carney speak for I can broadcast, but I can't do it from inside the box. So it'll be interesting. I'll tell you, it's going to be a good game. Either way, those guys get physical. Penn Yan and Canandaigua, they get very physical. Hannah Davis over here on the right alley does the face dodge, passes over to the slot. I believe that's Maya Herman. She comes inside the fan, and she's going to get whacked. And it looks like, is she going to get a free position?
Yep.
She's going to get
hash.
right on the right hash.
Yep.
And the hash we're talking about is just a slot along the 8-meter fans where they set up for the free position. She comes down, and another great save by Toomey. You know what? Toomey has given up 16 goals, but the way she's played here in the last 10 minutes, she's my player of the game for Fairport.
Absolutely.
I mean, we always give it to the people on the offense. Let's give one to the defense. Great job by Jalen Toomey, especially here in the waning moments. Man, she's stood on her head for some great saves. Here's the restart by Fairport. I almost said it. It's crazy how many different things go. Yeah, but I've always done that with my kids. You want to holler at one kid and you go through all 4 kids' names,
Yeah.
Did Matt ever do that?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah?
He does.
Yeah, oh, he still does?
Oh, yeah.
All right. What do you have? Just you and Mackenzie, right?
Well, I have my older sister, Chelsea, who, she's pretty much a lot older than us.
Free position over here. and lets the left-hander go. Can't knock it down. Good opportunity for, is that Fia by? Is that an 8? Or is that a 9? That might be Harmon. That's Harmon. But as it is, time is going to expire. And the, I forgot to do this, man. The game-ending score, Canandaigua 16 and Fairport 4.